What makes Spiti Valley different from Ladakh? Now, both of them fall under the same Trans-Himalayan region. So, by default, when you look at the photos, they look very similar. When you look at the videos, they look all the more similar. They both have high altitude passes, the brown rugged mountains. Along with this, the same Buddhist culture where you'll see the white houses, you'll see the monasteries. So, at first glance, you'll feel they both are the same place. But in reality, when you really go in depth, they're not really same. They're very different. They're culturally the same, but I would say when it comes to landscape, the altitude, the accessibility, they're overall very, very different. Now, starting off with the landscape in Spiti Valley is very narrow. It is just one single valley. So I would say it is basically around 30% of what Ladakh actually is. Ladakh is like a bigger brother of Spiti Valley. Ladakh is vast. There are plenty of plateaus. There are more high altitude lakes as compared to what you'll find in Spiti. Along with this, it is never ending brown Trans Himalayan mountains in Ladakh. They go all the way up into neighboring China also. So the same terrain of Ladakh is vast. Like for example, Pangong Taso Lake is, they say, around 25% in India. The rest of it is in China. Spiti Valley is, landscape is mind blowing, but it is limited. When it comes to accessibility, the accessibility of Spiti Valley is only by road. You can either go via the Shimla routing or via the Manali routing. There is no way to take a flight in and out because there is no airport in Spiti Valley. When it comes to Leh and Ladakh, there are three options. One is you take the road via Manali, the other option is via Srinagar, and the third is you can directly take a flight into the town of Leh. So, accessibility wise, Ladakh is easier. When it comes to the crowd point of view, the both of them have been getting a lot of crowd. Ladakh overall, because it is a much larger space, you won't really feel the crowd unless you're on the road where you'll hit traffic. But Spiti Valley is more cramped up, hence you'll find a lot of crowd in places like Tabo and Kaza and Chandatal because these are the three hotspots where most of the people are at. In Ladakh, even if there is a lot of crowd, you really won't feel that kind of crowd because it is so vast. When it comes to the spending capacity, like the cost of traveling, I would say Spiti Valley is far more affordable compared to Ladakh because Spiti Valley you can get a vehicle to take you around for maybe 60% of the cost of what it would cost you in Ladakh. Ladakh is overall much more costlier, along with the fact that Ladakh also has better accessibility in terms of service for the hotels. The even the vehicles over there are better grained as compared to what you'll find for Spiti Valley. Ladakh requires you to be having a inner line permit, which you need to do online from the government website. It will cost you anywhere between 400 rupees to around 600-700 rupees per person, depending on the routing that you're going to. While Spiti Valley has no such inner line permit needed, you can just go there. All you have to do is register at the required check post and continue your journey. No fee is charged to enter the place. Another difference is that the monasteries and most of the sightseeing places in Ladakh will charge you an entry fee ranging from anywhere between 20 rupees to around 100 rupees, which you have to pay over there mostly in cash. Now, this is something which is more in Ladakh compared to what it is in Spiti. Spiti has just a handful of places where they will charge you. So, this is the one of the key differences between the two places. Spiti, the overall entry fee will cost you maximum 400 rupees per person, while in Ladakh it can go up to even 700-800 rupees depending on the number of sightseeing spots that you're going to go to, especially around the town of Leh where they will charge you. Most of the money is collected for maintenance and for the upkeeping of the place. When it comes to network, Spiti Valley has 4G and 5G, and both postpaid and prepaid networks work here. That is one of the biggest key differences. While in Ladakh, only postpaid network works. If you are a prepaid user, your SIM card will not work in Ladakh. So that's one of the biggest challenges for most of the people who travel there who are prepaid users. Because of this, your UPI will not work in Ladakh, and then you'll have to carry your debit card and carry cash along with you. When it comes to the duration of travel, Spiti Valley, I would say, needs a minimum of anywhere between 7 nights, 8 days to complete the even a part of the circuit because it's extensive travel and it's hectic travel. while Ladakh, you can complete it comfortably in even 5 nights, 6 days without getting any kind of altitude trouble. This is purely because Ladakh has an airport, while for Spiti Valley, the nearest and the most convenient airport is Delhi, followed by Chandigarh, and then you have to do the road journey all the way to Shimla or Manali, depending on where you want to start from. When you're staying at Pangong Taso, the lake in Ladakh, you will be staying bang opposite the lake, so you'll get a view of the lake. So when you wake up in the morning or when you go to sleep, you'll get to see the lake. But this is not the case when you're camping near Chandatal. Chandatal, the camping is around 3 kilometers away from the lake. So there's no lake view, nor is it accessible easily from where you are staying at a campsite. So this is another major difference when you're traveling to the two places. If you want to wake up with the view of the lake, then Ladakh is the kind of place that you need to be staying at. Spiti Valley has more authentic, more humble homestays, which are more raw in the sense the homestays are extremely clean, they're extremely comfortable, but the experience is very raw, where the homestay owner will be the one who's serving you and taking care of you. So this way, you'll get a first-hand experience of what life in the Trans Himalayas or Spiti Valley is. While Ladakh is a lot more commercial, regardless of whether which homestay you're staying. Most of these homestays have caretakers and staff who are running it, and the owner is just the one who's orchestrating the entire experience. So this way, if you are looking for a more bone rugged experience of the Himalayas, then Spiti Valley's homestays are number one. Finally, based on which of the two experiences, places have different experiences, so it entirely depends on the kind of experience you want to have. Personally, I would say that go to Ladakh first and then go to Spiti, because if you do the opposite, you might not end up liking Ladakh, because Ladakh has a more commercial feel to the entire thing. When you're going to Spiti Valley, personally, I will say do not go during the month of June, because it is extremely, extremely crowded and you will just hate the entire experience. Go either during July, August, or even better if you can go in September, October, November, because that's when the season completely drops in Spiti Valley and you'll get a very peaceful experience. Ladakh, you can go any time of the year. The experience would be top notch. Just that first plan your trip to Ladakh, complete Ladakh, and maybe the next year or the year after that, you can go to Spiti Valley. So this way, your memory of the Trans Himalayas is I would say at its highest. Plan both these trips for a minimum of 7 nights, 8 days or longer, because it's not really going to make a difference in the costing, but what will really matter is the number of places that you visit and the kind of experience you're getting. If you're planning for 6 nights, 7 days, you're going to be spending most of the days and really every day of your journey on the road, where you'll be traveling for anywhere between 7 to 9 hours or even 10 hours a day, depending on the road condition. So plan for minimum 7 nights, 8 days or longer, so that you have a more comfortable journey, as opposed to just running every day on the road, and it is really tiring and backbreaking.